Hey, Michael.
Hello.
There's a thing that goes really quite deep to the roots of my upbringing, and it's I had this belief growing up. I mean, I'm Scottish, so it kind of goes back
I was
generations.
going to ask.
Well,
Thought I
try
heard.
not to, but you know,
I'll
troops
try and
out
keep
there.
up. I'm sorry.
Good, excellent. But I have it. So it goes back generations that success, which everyone wants,
Yeah.
has to be hard work. You know, we've got to graft, we've got to strive, we've got to push ourselves, we've got to work harder than the next guy. It's all got to be struggle
Yeah.
and hard work to be successful. But you don't really share that view.
No, I mean,
I don't now, but you know.
No, and I mean, the philosophy, the traditional philosophy is no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
And I just have a slight variant on that, which is no pain, no pain. It's not that pain has to be avoided. It's just you don't get bonus points for struggling.
Yeah.
And the probably the easiest way to think about it is there are sort of three schools of getting what you want. And the first is the school of acquisition, and that's the one you're talking about where, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to work hard, and if I just work hard enough, and if I'm not getting it, I'm going to have to work harder, and if I failed, then it's because I didn't work hard enough.
Yeah.
And you can get somewhere, but it's like walking down a riverbed barefoot with a canoe on your head. By the time you get there, you're going to be so tired, you're not going to want to keep going.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to continually drive yourself. And that's why motivational speakers get so popular with people like that, because you have to keep motivating yourself to trudge on,
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
such hard work. Then the new thing that's been around, become big in the last few years with The Secret and the laws of attraction is the school of attraction, but it's actually been around for thousands of years. And it's the idea that like attracts like, and as you think, so will it be,
Yeah.
and thoughts create things. But the problem with it is the way that it's being taught as another tool for acquisition. So it's still about going out and working hard, but instead of working hard, I'm going to think hard. If I can just think the right things, then I'm going to get
That's
what
right.
I want.
I mean, I've heard clients who
Yeah.
say to me, I'm obviously running the wrong programming in my head. I'm thinking the wrong thoughts because
Yeah.
I haven't got it yet.
Yes, exactly. So it is your fault.
Yeah.
That both of these presume that if you don't have what you want, it's your fault, and you're just doing it wrong. And if you could just do more of it or do it better,
Absolutely.
then you would have what you want. The school I teach from is the school of creation, which is we create our experience of life and we create what we have in life. And so whatever's going on is fine, and if it's hard sometimes, that's okay, but it doesn't have to be. And so there's basically three rules to create what I call effortless success. And I once had somebody complain, they said, well, I had to actually do something. Well, I don't mean effortless like you don't do anything. I mean, you're doing things you want to do and it's fun, so it feels effortless. It's like if the first one is the canoe on your head and the barefoot walk, this one you're waiting for the river to fill up, putting the canoe down, climbing in, and letting it take you. Right. And you might have to paddle a little, but basically you're being taken there. Yeah. And the three elements to that, the river is made up of your own well-being.
Okay.
So as you get in touch with the good feelings inside you, you can just relax because you don't have to get anywhere. Because even if you don't get anywhere, you feel good. And you're not making yourself feel bad to try and get yourself somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
So the first thing, stay with the good feelings. Now what happens is when you're in touch with your good feelings, there's an inner wisdom that comes up. The still small voice within gets a little less still, a little less small. You start to be able to hear your inner wisdom and listen to it. So you're feeling your good feelings, you're listening to your inner wisdom, listening to the kind of just inner sense of, do you know what, I don't want to do this, or do you know what, this just feels right, I'm going to do this. Yeah. And then you just have to aim in the direction you want to go. I mean, if you want to be, I don't know, a plumber, you probably don't want to go to dance school. If you want to have more money, probably you don't go to the poorest country in the world and study what they do. Yeah. There's a basic logic to it. But just those three things, staying with a good feeling, listening for the inner wisdom and following it, and just aiming in the direction you want to go is really all it takes. And I mean, you've had this experience.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's extraordinary how quickly things change. And the three stages people seem to go through pretty universally. The first is the absence of stage. It's like, they're sitting there and you go, what's up? I don't know. What's wrong? Nothing. And it's this weird stage because you're not worrying about everything anymore.
That's right.
All that inner panic has stopped.
That is weird.
It's really disconcerting.
Yeah.
Then all the good stuff starts happening. And
that's weirder.
And that's the stage I call driving Daddy's Ferrari. One of my clients actually came up with that because it's like I'm having fun and this is great, but oh my God, what if I crash and I don't know? And
so when's it going to wear off?
Yeah, when are the batteries going to stop working? And then you do get to a point, if you stick with it, if you don't give up at that point of just staying with the good feelings, aiming in the direction you want to go, listening to the wisdom, where you kind of own the garage and you realize the Ferrari is just one of the cars. And that's when it gets really, really fun.
And that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Michael.
You're welcome.
So enjoy hanging out in your own well-being and just staying with the good feelings. It really is that simple. Have some fun, and I'll see you again soon.